great to see my next guest finally get a fight. She's going to be taking on Ashley Cummins, Bellator 293, March 31st. It's Randi Field joining me here on the program. Randi, how are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you for asking. I hope you're well.
I am also well. Thank you for asking me. Not everyone asks how I'm doing, so we're already off to a good start here. But just how excited are you to get a fight here? Because I know you've had some bad luck with just opponents pulling out and just unfortunate circumstances. Knock on wood, no black cats, anything like that. Hopefully everything works out for this one. But just how excited are you to get back in there?
I'm really excited. Honestly, I feel like everything happens for a reason. Everything has lined up exactly how it's supposed to. I'm super excited to share this cage with Ashley. She's an amazing opponent for me to come back after a year. So, yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's all lined up. Ashley, a household name in MMA. You look at the experience she's had. Just how excited were you when that opponent came your way and you heard you were going to be fighting her?
Actually, to be honest, the first time I watched her fight, I was like, you guys want me to die? Like, oh my God.
Right.
But really, like, it's just like my own self-sabotage in my head. Like, I am a great opponent for Ashley as well, and I think we're going to have such a good fight. I'm so excited to perform with her that night.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's one of those fights too? If you look at who she's fought and some of the experience, former, fighting in Invicta and all that, do you feel like you could steal some of that thunder by getting a win over her? Do you kind of feel that way?
Yeah, I do. I feel like I will get a lot of opportunity for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Stylistically, how do you look at this fight? Obviously, you're very well-rounded. She is as well. How are you looking at this one from a style perspective?
Yeah, I think that we're both, I've seen she's a pro boxer as well. So I love striking. I love to stand and bang, and I think she does as well. I see her as super aggressive. I'm super aggressive. So it's really going to be who's more aggressive out of the two of us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Training camp. I know you do a bit of cross training or different training partners and stuff. Take me through camp and what that's looked like sort of leading into this, coaches and who you getting to work with as well.
Yeah, I was able to go out to Bob Perez's gym in Texas. So we went out there a couple weeks ago, stayed there for 2 weeks, got in work. I love it there. You go in the morning, you train for hours, and then you have the rest of the day to just chill. Like, I don't have to come home and go to work like I do here. So that was really nice for the first 2 weeks. And then I came back here, and then I have my schedule set up so I can train in the morning. And then in the evening, we go and train as well. We have a couple gyms over in the States that we go and visit. And then we have our local gym as well. So I have a really great team behind me. And everybody's just, it takes an army. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is. It's Team Randi, which is great. Putting everyone together and kind of getting you ready for that. Tell me what the connection was to Bob Perez. How'd you end up training out there?
I ended up meeting Bob when I was at CSA gym. They had a coach's clinic, and him and I we started talking. We were sitting off to the side, and then he kind of told me about who he was. He started talking, and then I asked him if he would look at my fight with Sumiko and kind of help me out and just kind of see like things that I could work on other than my anxiety, because I knew that I had to work on that. But he was watching my fight. He started breaking things down. And then he was like, we can go in the cage. And so I got like a private with Bob. And I was explaining in my last interview too, like he just spoke my language. Like I have a hard time grasping sometimes what my boyfriend coach is trying to say to me. And I think it's because it's a different dynamic. So Bob teaches, he has the same values and principles as Manny. So it just clicked so well. And then for the next training camp, I was like, I really want to reach out to him and see if he will allow us to go there. And he welcomed us with open arms. So I've been able to go there twice now.
Awesome. Who'd you get to work with down there as far as training partners? I know it's not your job to do roll call, but if you did work with anyone that you can remember, who'd you get to work with?
I got to work with Melissa Odessa, Ari Cobb. There is Brittany, the Quiet Storm. And I've had a lot of good training partners there. A lot of the guys too. There's guys that are closer to my size, which I do really love training with guys because I'm like that, like that person that really wants to play, but they always hurt everybody. So with the guys, it's nice because, like I can unload a little bit more, so to say.
That's awesome. And then what about back home? Who are some of the training partners you get to work with, like at the gyms in the States and then back at your gym as well too?
It's just a lot of my teammates that are here. To be honest, I've even met a lot of new people because my head coach, That was at another gym, just switched over to a gym called Commonwealth Jiu-Jitsu. There's been a girl there. She's very talented in jiu-jitsu. So we've been able to get a lot of wall work done, a lot of figuring out my game plan if and when this fight goes to the ground. And then, the local gym here, we have a great wrestler that's been kind of helping me with counter wrestling. And man, I'm hoping I take a shot. I need to take a shot. I need to show people about wrestling.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's good. And a good variety. And I'm sure, like most fighters, you're training not just with pros, but maybe some amateurs as well. Like, how key is that to have that variety in camp because of those different situations you're going to get put in a fight?
I think it's so important. And honestly, with my experience as well, like I turned pro within 4 years of training. So, I mean, to me, I'm still an amateur. I make amateur mistakes. I make white belt mistakes. I still get nervous, and I sometimes don't I just want to just relax. Like, you have 15 minutes, man. You don't play your gas tank. So I think those are amateur mistakes that I make. So I think it's perfect to train with both. And some of the pros want to Jess, for example, has showed me to calm the hell down, leg kick and slow it down there, so I'm lucky that I've had both.
Great. That's awesome. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a 120-pound catchweight fight, correct? What's the weight for this one?
Yeah, 120.
Okay, that's awesome. So how's the cut going? We got a bit of time, obviously, but how's all that going?
Awesome. It's great. I'm this. If this was a weight class, that would be amazing.
Ideal class for you. Okay, interesting.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, because you're kind of an in-betweener, right? So.
125. I don't know. I feel like I'm too small, but just because I'm just thick on the bottom, but I'm small. I'm 5'3", so I'm not really big.
Right. No, it's tough. Some of the weight classes, you have to have the right frame and stuff. So yeah, it would be interesting to see if they could do some different weight classes there. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
I have Manny Alfaro, Jason Fisher, and Bob Perez.
Nice. There you go. So Bob is going to be there. That's great.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how's this fight playing out? I know you feel like you're going to get your hand raised. Otherwise, why sign the contract? But how do you see it? How do you envision it going down?
I honestly think that I think we're going to dance. I think we're both going to showcase our skills. And to be honest, I see that she's aggressive, but I'm more aggressive. And I want this. This is my story. And I'm coming out to tell it.
We talked there about, difficulty getting a fight. I imagine you want to keep active. I know you're still sort of learning as well. Like you said, it hasn't been that long that you've been doing, MMA to where you are now. Is the plan to get maybe 3 fights in this year? What would be ideal for you?
Ideally, 2 or 3 at least. 1 a year is not. I don't recommend.
Okay. Yeah, no, you gotta get paid by the hour. However, I know you have some other things going on outside of MMA. I don't know if you had the OnlyFans before we did our last interview, but I know you're putting content on there all the time. How do you balance that with training and everything else? Because I create content as well in a different way, but I know it's tough to balance sometimes.
To be honest, I'm actually it's been pretty smooth because my coach is just bringing out the camera, and to be honest, I am a goofball. I will do the dumbest things, and it's if you have your camera ready, boom, OnlyFans content, it's perfect just to see the silly side of me. I mean, OnlyFans shows sexy sides and stuff, and I would have posted stuff on Instagram, but right now
might as well get paid for it. Yeah, exactly. So is that going well for you financially? I don't need to hear numbers or anything, but is it doing better than maybe you expected? Because I see you posting a lot of content on there.
It's doing okay. I just switched over. I had it as a paid subscription, and I think that when it was paid, people may have expected more. I've been accused of having a penis because I'm not sending nudes. So I'm people are weird, man. I'm telling you.
You're telling me, and I don't even do that stuff, but it's anything risque, but you still get the weird people on the internet. What advice would you give to someone who's getting into that and maybe, trying to build a brand for themselves? Because it seems like you've, done very well at it because, like I said, you're posting content all the time.
I think it's just being authentic, be something different. I don't think that people who aren't doing anything, not to be rude, but if you're not doing anything with your life, then if you're going to get paid, you have to get naked. That's going to be. So I really suggest diving into something, making it your passion, and then starting an OnlyFans to be like, hey, this is also what I do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, a bit of both. No, for sure. When's Bellator coming back to Canada? We got the PR on the line here. 2014 was the last event. I know that because I was at it at Casino Rama way back in the day. Is there any headway on that? Have you heard anything?
Are we asking Bellator?
Yeah, we got it. We got to know. But is that something you're pushing for? Because there's a lot of Canadians in Bellator right now. Even, like I said, we got Aaron Jeffrey, yourself. We've got Lance Gibson. We've got, Jeremy Kennedy. The list goes on. I think they could easily make an all Canadian card if they wanted to.
That would be amazing.
I know.
I think it would be great. And even especially for our sponsors, because I have a lot of local sponsors. So it'd be really great for more people to hop on board to help us out too. So that would be awesome.
Yeah, I agree. In Casino Ram, I was actually there last summer I had to go for a wedding and I hung out there. It's still a good venue. So just saying, Bellator, I know you're on the line here. Maybe we can get something going there. But Randy, thank you so much for doing this. Always appreciate you taking the time. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media, anything else you want to plug, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I do want to thank my sponsors. They stuck through me with the last one. My fight got canceled and not a single person said anything. So I'm really grateful for that because that support is so important because, we're spending, like, training camps are crazy expensive. So we have Concord Construction, Armando's Pizza, Veg Tech, Tantalize Tanning Lounge. And then we just had another one hop on, Motor City Automotive. So
there you go.
yeah, I'm really grateful for our sponsors, and I wouldn't be able to do it without them. So